What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Remedy MP. I wanted to upload this video. Hope you all had a happy holiday, happy New Year. Um, this is going to be a follow up to the Black Male's Guide to College and Careers. So this is going to be about the Black Male's Guide to Certifications for 2011. I've been going over quite a few things in reference to the Black Male's Guide to College and Careers. The additional criteria I wanted to add to it was the certifications, and it's not just towards IT either. I just want to give a quick breakdown on 10 certifications that Black males should be looking at in terms of adding to their resume for the college and careers college and careers. So I'm gonna break down the 10 and then go over them. The first one should be CompTIA A plus. So if you've been working in IT or you're looking to get into IT, you should be looking at this certification. If you're enrolled in college as well in IT, information systems or information technology, the A plus is more of a desktop certification, but it's a entry level certification. So if you haven't worked in IT before, this will open up many doors for you, and it's required by a lot of companies now. You know, it's kind of like a driving permit. You need it to work on certain desktops, and in order to be either Dell certified or IBM certified, Lenovo certified, HP certified. You need to have this certification. It focuses on hardware and desktop operating system and a little bit of networking and security. So it's definitely a certification you should be looking at. The the issue that people seem to have with it now is that in 2011, after January 1st, that you need to, or what's going to happen with the certification is that you're going to end up only having it for 3 years before it expires, and you have to renew it. Me personally, I don't see it as a big deal because you don't spend that much time in desktop anyways as an entry level after about 4 years. So 3 years is it's a pretty good deal. Even though the previous deal was that they were lifetime, anything before January 1st, 2011. I don't see it as a big deal. I still encourage people to go get it if they can. You can look on eBay for vouchers. So if you look on eBay for CompTIA vouchers in the search engine, it should pull up some cheap vouchers. I believe their prices also went up on the first as well for the year. I believe they're about 179 for the A plus now, as opposed to 165 or something like that. On eBay, you're able to get them as low as $50 if you look around. So that's definitely a certification you should be looking at. Number two would be the CompTIA Server Plus. The reason why I recommend this is that the when you're a desktop technician or you're a hardware technician, you tend to pick up roles. So you may end up taking a junior system administrator's role, and this looks good on the resume as well. It allows you to touch more high-end devices such as 1U, 2U servers, anything in the data center, um, networking devices in terms of like firewalls and things like that. The Server Plus is one exam, so you don't have to take two exams like the A plus. The A plus is two exams, so it's split in two. But the Server Plus is one exam, and I believe it's like 75 questions or something like that. You have to be 80% right, I think. And they're also moving up their prices as well on the CompTIA Server Plus. I'll put the links up for that. It's more of a hardware exam than it is a operating system exam like the A plus. So they're kind of similar but not the same. So it's more geared towards high end hardware. You know your big mainframes and servers and stuff like that. They do discuss that within the certification. So if you're gonna move into the network administrator's role, Server Plus is a good certification for you to get. The code I believe for it is SK0-002. I believe currently now it's going to be moving up to SK0003, and the difference is virtualization. They're going to discuss more virtualization um, within the exam. So when you test for it, be on the lookout for virtualization and study up on that. I'll also be posting up some links to the books for the A plus and the Server Plus 2 as well. Security Plus is number 3. The reason why I chose Security Plus is because Security Plus is cheaper. It's cheaper than the CISSP. The CISSP, you need to have a certain there's a prerequisite for the CISSP. You have to have 2 or 3 years within 2 of the 10 domains that it tests you on. So you have to be in network security, and you have to be working within networking for at least 3 years. And for a lot of guys coming out of college, you may not have that experience, and you may not meet the criteria for those domains for the CISSP. So the Security Plus goes over similar domains that the CISSP goes over, but it's not typically the same, but it's better than nothing. It's entry level, it's cheaper, and it's more straightforward. And I'll be posting the links for the book as well in the sidebar. It's 1 test. It's not 2 tests, so it's not like the A plus where it's split. So it's a straightforward test. I believe it's like 100 questions, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's 100 questions. You have to get like 75 right or something like that. I'll post a link up for that. I'll move on to the next one. Number 4 is Novell, Certified Linux Administrator, which is CLA. Novell is still around. A lot of people have forgotten about them. They're not that big of a company anymore. Or they're not, I shouldn't say big of a company, but they're not as strong as they used to be. So they're not as, they used to be the Microsoft. What Microsoft is today, they were back then. And they set a lot of standards and trends. And Microsoft copied them. I don't care what anybody tells you that. The certification is 070-720. It's Certified Linux Administrator. I chose this one because it is cheaper than CompTIA's Linux Plus exam by a whole lot. I believe the Linux Plus exam from CompTIA is about $250, maybe $275, because they went up on their prices, so I don't really know off the top of my head. However, the Novell exam is, I believe it's $125. You probably could find a voucher for cheaper or for less. It is straightforward exam, no gimmicks like the Microsoft exams. They try to trick you on the questions rather than actually a straightforward question. I'll be putting up the link for the book as well for that exam. Novell is a trusted brand that people or companies tend to look at. There are a lot of banking companies or a lot of banking corporations that still rely on Novell software. They just won't move off of it because, for one, they can't afford to, and number 2, they don't have the resources to do so. So they're still looking for Novell administrators as well. So this is a good exam to put on your resume. Number 5, VMware. So virtualization is something that's been taken off in the last maybe 3 years because of the processors now in most of the server CPUs can take advantage of it fluently. And a lot of companies doing server consolidation, hardware consolidation, so they're able to launch more servers within their data center. So it's more of an administrative exam. So it's VCP-410, I believe. And it's a straightforward exam. I think you have to register with the VMware Corporation, which is owned by EMC. It seems straightforward. I haven't taken it yet. I do plan on taking it before the year is over. So you should be able to take the online course. I believe you need to take the online course first. I think it's free. It should be free. I'll put the link up for that. Um, yeah, it's definitely administrative certification. If you have that under your belt, it helps you get into more of the network administrator, network engineer um, roles that you may be looking for when you come out of school for IT. So that's VMware. Number six, Oracle, which purchased Sun a few years ago. They completed the acquisition recently, I think in the last year. So it used to be Sun Solaris 10 Administrator exam, but now it's called the Oracle Solaris 10 Administrator exam. Criteria is still the same, just a different name. The code in for the exam is 310-200 and 310-202, I think, for the U.S. at least. Um, this this exam is about Unix. So Solaris is based off of Unix, or it is Unix, and you can find the vouchers very cheap on eBay. Again, eBay is another source for finding vouchers cheap on certifications. Unix is still the dominant operating system in the server environment. It's a network operating system. If you don't have any skills in that, I'll definitely be putting up the books for this certification. There's a lot of books out on it, anyways. But Unix is pretty universal. If you know IBM's AIX or HP's Unix, um, and and any other flavor of Unix, you should be okay. The commands are all the same, but the GUI may be a little different. So that exam is it's worth it to put under your belt if you're going to be a network administrator or a network engineer, because most networking environments still use Unix, especially Solaris. A lot of hardware still running from maybe 10 years ago, so that's worth looking at to put under your belt on your resume. Um, Number seven, project management professional, PMP. So project management, the certification itself is good to have if you're going to work in any IT or business environment, or even just the business environment alone. If you're going to be looking at any community college courses or any training environments, PMP is a good certification to put under your belt, and it seems pretty straightforward. I've taken one class on it, but you definitely need at least 5 or 6 classes before you can get a feel for what it really is, because it's so much coming at you. It's more about business project management, where you organize how you would set up a project and how you would deploy resources and how you would handle trouble within a project. In my opinion, it's something good to at least take at a community college. It's cheaper. There's a lot of online schools too that do the PMP